So it's time to ask the question that the internet has been asking to no avail for many, many years, and we're not above or beneath asking it. The old Messi-Ronaldo debate. Now that Ronaldo has a piece of international silverware, does that conclusively make him better than Lionel Messi? Discuss.
Yes.
No.
I knew they were going to go on. I'm going to hear the opening arguments and then make a decision.
Waiting to see which way the keeper dived there. Did you see that?
Messi's the best player ever. Simple as that.
No, he's not.
No, he is. He is, Rob.
No,
Come on, Rob.
Come
on, Rob.
It's not.
Come on, Rob.
Best player ever
No,
is
it's not-
between
it's not
Pele and Maradona.
Oh, it's not. Come on.
Is that because of the stuff that they've won at international level?
Yeah,
Do you
because
rate them higher?
they didn't just do it at club level. They've done it at international level as well. And Messi, at the end of the day, listen. First of all, he's an amazing player.
And that's all you need to
One
know.
of the best players I've ever seen, right? But when he's come to the international stage, right, and he's in a very, very good team, a team much better than Portugal, he hasn't done it, man.
It isn't that good.
He hasn't done it. He's got Higuain, he's got Aguero in there.
teams that he has been in.
From top to bottom,
Once again, Rob,
players.
what you're doing is you're confusing good players with a good team. That's the English mentality all over. Messi...
That's all right. Let's just play with a load of rubbish players. And then...
Do you know what? Loads of rubbish players have actually won a lot of good things.
Well, England ain't won much, have they?
Maybe they've got a lack of both.
Champions League in
Maybe they've got a lack of
2005.
both.
I'm sorry. What Ronaldo... He's led his team, and you saw his leadership qualities yesterday.
I did. It was brilliant.
He's a leader of that
I think
team.
Messi's a better
Messi's not a
footballer.
leader.
And I do prefer Messi, but again, as we were saying on the other show, I feel a lot of me opinion towards Ronaldo is coloured by the fact that he played for Man United and he's look at him. So I am insanely jealous of the fact
I
that
have
he
no
looks
problem
and
with
acts that way.
Ronaldo as a person.
But I think there's a point that's got to be hit. But what he's putting out there is that ultimately, they are much of a muchness in terms of their domestic, achievements and returns and what have you.
Well, Messi's won well more.
Yeah, but okay, well, fair play. Yeah, if it's well,
But
it's well.
he
I know
hasn't
he's won
won
more.
the big international...
Well, they've won Champions Leagues and they've won La Liga titles and they've won.
Okay.
Ronaldo's done it in
Got
2
to the World Cup
leagues.
final.
I get that.
Flopped.
I get that, but
Copa America
All right,
the other
whoa,
day
hang on,
against
flop.
Chile.
I wouldn't
flopped
say flop.
twice.
He didn't flop, and I watched the
Copa
game the
America.
other night. He did not
Last
flop.
2 Copa America, he missed a penalty.
Who got played? Who got played at tournaments in the last World Cup?
Hold on.
Well, hang on. I'm
Wait a
asking.
minute.
Well,
Did he deserve that player? in the
hang on,
tournament in the
who
World
won
Cup?
it though?
Did he deserve that? Come on.
That's a different question. Who won? No. Who won Player of the Tournament in the last World Cup?
That
Who
was
won
a
Player of the
fix-up.
Tournament in the last World
Even
Cup?
he.
Messi won it.
Messi won it.
Even he knew he should.
He is
Even
not.
he knew he didn't.
He is
win.
not a one-man team. He is not a one-man team. I don't think you can have one-man teams in international football anymore.
No, I'm not saying he's a one-man team, but I'm saying that the advantage that Ronaldo now has is that he's led his team, right? Just like in the past, what Pele and just what Maradona have done, he's led his team to a major thing
Who
for
was
his
the captain of the Greece
for
team?
his country.
Who was the captain of the Greece team?
Right, no, you can't draw that as a...
Well, I'm drawing it.
No, we're talking about someone who's done it at club level.
Was
They've
the captain? Kiriakis, was it?
both of them at club level.
What, as in, I was just a guess.
Wasn't it Kiriakis?
You-
He
you-
played for Leicester, didn't he?
Stop being ridiculous now, yeah?
I'm not being ridiculous. It's Messi is.
You're talking about two
Messi
guys.
for me is
You're
the-
talking about two guys who've
Chris!
done, they've done everything at club level.
Chris,
Chris will reel off the facts. But at international level,
it doesn't matter facts.
Now I'm going to go with
Chris,
that.
your opinion.
I genuinely couldn't fucking decide, and I don't care. I just like watching them
I
both
like
play for
watching
total
so if you
different
can't decide,
reasons.
Chris, if you can't decide, right, which
Then
is
decide.
now that one of them has now gone and done something that the other one hasn't done by lifting it internationally for his country, which, by the way, is not as strong as the country that Messi plays for when it comes to playing for
I
player.
just don't think. Right,
Then
I'll
you've
tell you
got to
what.
say,
Right.
I'm going Ronaldo.
I'll tell you what,
now.
Rob. I'll tell you. I'll speak honestly about it. Messi's won more at club level. Right, opportunities don't come around very often at international level. I don't really rate international football. I don't think it's anywhere near as good as some of the club football that you see. I don't think the teams are anywhere near as good. I think it's a little bit lucky who wins tournaments. I think you can put these 10-year plans into place that I was talking about before, but ultimately it comes down to 5 games or 6 games, and it's a little bit more.
I think you look at it from a footballer perspective, though, and whether it's shifted because the emphasis is now so much more on club football. But as far as the evolution of a footballer goes, it's still get into your team, captain your team, win the league with your team, win Europe with your team, captain your country, win something for your country. You know what I mean? That's still like
They're personal goals.
Yeah, but I think I'm not saying I agree with it as such, but I think the benchmark that was set for Pele and Maradona, and while they'll always stand head and shoulders above anyone, is because they did it. Well, I mean, obviously I don't know Pele's club form, but they did it at club level and they did it at international level.
A real top class player can take a team of decent players and be the real talisman and look what Bale's done with Wales.
Yeah.
And he's taken them beyond what they'd normally be.
The thing is,
Messi has got surrounding him.
it's the light side and the
Higuain,
dark side of
as
the
I
force,
said,
isn't it? That's what you
you know
look
what,
at.
that's
You look
it.
at Messi, he's amazing. Like every little kid loves him because he's tiny, and they think, you know what, I can do that. But then you look at the other side and go, Ronaldo's worked so hard, harder than any other player in football to get where he's got. Like,
Who are you saying is the light side and who's the dark side of the force?
I'm not going.
Well,
Messi's now the dark side.
Let us know in the comments below.
He's now a criminal, isn't he?
Well, he is a criminal.
Messi is a technical footballer, isn't he? All the tricks in the box. Ronaldo is an athlete.
Look at that header,
come
dude.
on.
Look at that
It's
header
more
from
than just an
Ronaldo.
athlete.
No, what I'm talking about is he's an
more than just
athletic
an athlete.
footballer. He's an athletic footballer, isn't he? That's what I'm saying. He's not a slalom. He's not a dribbler.
He is a dribbler.
He's a dribbler.
No,
He used to be.
Brilliant dribbler.
He's evolved.
He's not
from
like
that, I
a.
think.
He's a brilliant dribbler. He's got loads of tricks.
He's
as
not
well.
He's not like the same way Messi.
I just think Ronaldo's the complete, and I always say this, Ronaldo's the complete package. I like Messi more than Ronaldo, but Ronaldo's just again, Messi scores goals with that. He scored very important goals with that. Scored in Champions League finals with his head. But look at that leap from Ronaldo in the semi-final. He gets up like he's like 8 foot in the air when
And
he
then
wins.
the other thing you've got to consider, as I said, if you're looking at both of them, you're saying, I think nearly everybody agrees that they're almost, even people who are Messi fans or Ronaldo fans will say, well, he's slightly better in this. But if you're looking at them, they're more or less the same level. Then you've got to start looking at other things.
Can I throw a question?
One of them is leadership qualities. You said it yourself in one of the other videos. How
what's
the
your
guy
question?
was a
Go on.
leader.
Can I ask a sub-question
He
here, Rob?
led his team
You like
on.
this one, Rob? You like this one?
No, it's all
Do we think either of them would be as good if they didn't have the other one pushing them?
Yeah, they'd still be good, man.
Sub-question.
No, but would they though? Would
I think Ronaldo, I think that guy's such a driven guy. And I
But
think
is he driven,
and
though?
I also think Messi's such a
But is
driven
he
guy.
driven?
I actually think
and they
he'd
love
probably-
success. I think they'd still be good.
But would he be? Is he as driven? Would he be as driven without?
Yeah,
the
I think he would.
I
competitiveness?
think
I think he would.
one
I
of
think he
them.
would.
I think Messi would still be as good, and I don't think Ronaldo would be as good. I think having Messi drives Ronaldo on
The fact that
further
he's
and
lost
pushes
a
him
lot of-
harder
how many
and
awards
just
to him,
keeps
like,
him
yeah,
going.
maybe.
Like,
Maybe a good
whereas
point.
I think Messi would always just have been that good.
But I'm giving Ronaldo the edge now.
I
because of what he
I
done
always
yesterday.
you do suspect, don't you, that, and I don't know how true it is. It's just from interpretation of watching them that Messi kind of I feel like Messi loves football.
It's natural.
I don't feel that Ronaldo loves football. You know what I mean? I think he's brilliant. And that's maybe that again. That's probably
They're both brilliant in their own way.
But maybe that's just the way Barcelona spun. Because I always felt the same about Ronaldinho as well. I always felt like he absolutely just got such a thrill off playing the game.
Messi is a natural footballer, where Ronaldo's seen as had to work on it, and that's what, for some people, what makes Ronaldo the best, because he has actually pushed through. And you know, you read stories about him. He was in the gym when he was like 12 and 13 when he shouldn't have been.
So you're saying the European Championships makes no difference?
To me, it doesn't really make any difference, because I don't see that as the pinnacle. I think the Champions League.
I suppose it's an interesting point.
And they've both done it in the Champions League. And Ronaldo.
But you can compare it to, like, the other day. He was in the Copa America. So that's the equivalent to what's just Ronaldo's just won. That's the South American equivalent. He's had 2 shots at it now. Got to the final, lost both.
I think the point
But
is...
it is a team game.
Yeah,
At the end
if you
of it,
watched
it's not
that
just
game,
him,
you would
is
have
it?
seen Higuain miss a one-on-one, which would have just won the game, and that's football, isn't it?
I think this is kind of how we put this bit to bed, if nothing else, is that
Ronaldo didn't really win the final himself
That's
anyway.
true, yeah. But I think we're closer to the Euro. Well, obviously, genuinely closer to the Euros, but not in a couple of years' time. But the Copa America, if Argentina and Messi had won the Copa America, I don't think we mentally think of the Copa America as being that good a competition, because it's not really on our... Well, no, it is, but it's not really on our...
But you look at
radar.
it and you go, there's a couple of... When you look at it and you know... I know that Chile have won it. You look at it,
let's just
The Copa this year had some absolutely awful teams.
Let's just rewind back here and remember that England in the last World Cup
They've never been in the Copa.
didn't beat Costa Rica. and got beaten
To
by
be fair
Uruguay.
though, Rob,
and got
this-
beaten by Uruguay. So before we start dissing
No, I'm
the
not
Copa
dissing it.
America,
This one was
right?
a bit. This one was.
Chile would kill England. I mean, sorry, I think that you can compare them.
No.
And,
No, I'm saying they're comparable. What I'm saying is that I think just because we naturally pay more attention to the Euros,
this
the
wasn't-
Euros feels like a more prestigious
this wasn't
tournament
like a-
somehow than the Copa
Yeah,
This
America.
wasn't
in
like
Europe,
a proper
exactly,
Copa, though. This wasn't
Well,
like
we
a
were
proper
in Europe
Copa.
Anyway.
Can I just make the point that this wasn't a proper Copa?
Which point? This point?
It was an invitation,
Proper
like
Copa?
an invitational,
Was it a whopper?
because it was 100 years.
Who came out on top there?
It wasn't even in South America.
Was the theme music by the Big Bopper?
No, it wasn't. No.
all right, but then,
Dead.
all right, even if you want to say that, but the last
You're going
one,
to shut the fuck up, eh?
the last one was the
Fucking
identical
hell.
final, and again they lost.
Well, that's maybe because Chile are a better
You got
team.
to sit there for
Right.
30 seconds.
And as I said,
I think of any of them?
I don't know.
Just carry on talking.
Shut up!
You got to give him the edge now.
Okay,
You've got to
Shal.
give Ronaldo's got to get the edge now as far as
Do you
I'm
agree with Robbie? Do you disagree with Robbie? Let us know in the comments below. Subscribe to the Bullshit YouTube channel. Check back here for more fantastic social
Ronaldo
club
on the
action
FIFA cover?
every single Monday.
Jordan Henson is though.